Alright mate, and welcome back to the World Cup tournament. In this video, we're going to watch all the goals from the quarter-final games, and you're going to like it whether you want to or not. But in all seriousness, if you do like the video, I would appreciate if you left a thumbs up, actually like the video on YouTube. It'd be much appreciated and we would be friends forever. Also, if you need Ultimate Team coins, make sure you check out FIFAcoinstock.com. There's a link in the description, okay? Okay, so first up we have Dirty Mike versus Lucas. Mike's in the orange, Lucas is in the white. Now, we all know Mike is one of the better players in this competition, and he got very lucky in the draw getting a good team. As you can see here, he started off very well indeed, putting the cross in the first minute and getting the goal with Draxler. Lucas must have been gutted at this point because he's got a very difficult team to play with. Lucas, Honduras, Switzerland, Ecuador and France doesn't leave you with a lot of options. But Lucas tried his best to get an instant reply, trying to make it 1-1 straight from the kick. He has the ball here with Palacios. Pass it down to Nasri, trying to get some kind of move going against Dirty Mike's very strong team from the group of death: Germany, Portugal, Ghana and the USA. He tries the ball into the box with Kakuta, but Mike cuts it out, and this is what we call in the industry a misery compiler. Straight away he plays a wonder through ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. You're thinking surely he's not going to make it 2-0, and then Lucas has a chance to clear it but messes up the clearance, and Mike makes it 2-0 inside of 5 minutes, and that was just too much for Lucas to take. He couldn't handle the sweatiness that Mike was putting on display, and he actually quit the game at this point. He couldn't handle the jam, and so Mike has gone through against Lucas, only having to play 5 minutes of game time. Next up we have Biscuit Face versus Nick 28T. Biscuit is in the blue Newcastle kit, and Nick 28T is in the white. And Nick puts a ball in from a corner. Lukaku, his Belgian striker, puts it away, making it 1-0 to him in the first leg. Remember, these games are over 2 legs. Dirty Mike and Lucas's game was only over 1 leg because Lucas decided he didn't fancy it anymore, but usually they'll be over 2. So straight away, Nick takes the lead here, 1-0 to his team, which is Belgium, Algeria, South Korea and Russia. And Biscuit would have to be favourite for this game, considering he's got England, Uruguay, Italy and Costa Rica, a pretty decent group. Biscuit Face now goes on a mission to make it 1-1. He's got the ball with Gaston Ramirez, the Southampton-based Uruguayan player. He's gone down to the right. He's going to try and get a cross in for Luis Suarez, team of the season Luis Suarez, and he does get it in the back of the net, making it 1-1. This game is on. And the first leg finished like that, 1-1, nothing between the two teams, so it's all on the second leg. Whoever wins this game is going to go through. Okay, here we go then. Ball cleared by Biscuit, but it's landed at the feet of Nick, who's put it through to Lukaku, who gets his second goal in 2 games and makes it 2-1 on aggregate to Nick 28T. Lukaku is looking dangerous. It was interesting that Nick chose Lukaku over Benteke, because just because Benteke is injured in real life doesn't mean he wasn't able to be used in this competition. But Nick went with Lukaku, and that decision has been backed up by 2 goals in 2 games. Can Biscuit bounce back from this? Here is Biscuit with the ball. Ramirez over to Sturridge. Sturridge looks for that knock over to Luis Suarez, who's dangerous, and he shows anything Lukaku can do, he can do just as well. That's his second goal in 2 games, and that's 2-2, and we have a real close tie here. Okay, second half now, and it's Biscuit Face's Group D team on the ball. Raheem Sterling plays a knock down the line for Brian Ruiz, a Costa Rican player from Fulham. And the ball goes in and it's headed home. Is that Suarez again? I think it is. That's his 3rd goal in 2 games. What a player team of the season Suarez is. And Biscuit has taken the lead in this game for the first time. Great ball in from Ruiz. Look at the spin on that. And Suarez heads it home. Nick needs to bounce back. Here is Nick on the ball with Son from South Korea, who's played it into Lukaku, who has been a danger throughout. He's played a through ball to one of his Algerian players, and he's hit it, and it's a great goal, and it's now 3-3. And this is we can't choose between these 2 players, I'm telling you. I don't know who's going to win this one. Whoever does is going to have to play Dirty Mike in the semi, so it's not going to be an easy route to the final, but they need to win this quarter-final first. And Nick's throwing the ball out here, trying to make a counter-attack go, but Biscuit's picked it up in the midfield. And he's given it to Rooney, who's played in Brian Ruiz, who's looked for Gaston Ramirez, who's hit it, and surely now Biscuit Face has just booked himself a place in the semi-final with a great finish from Ramirez. I don't know if Nick's going to bounce back from this. He's put up a great effort. Biscuit definitely had the better squad, and it looks like he's just gone through to the next round with a great goal. And there it is, the final whistle. What a matchup this was between these two. I tell you what, great entertainment from Nick and Biscuit, but Biscuit has secured his place in the semi-final. He's going to be taking on Dirty Mike. Okay, so here we are then. Air Jape's obviously the big favourite here. Everyone knows what he can do, and he also got a very, very good draw. But Wizzy's actually starting things off here, doing quite well, trying to get the ball into the box with Kone. He's hit one, and he scored one, and Wizzy has taken a shock lead in this tie. Japes will not be happy about that, but there's plenty of time left on the clock. 2 legs. And here is Japes now in the second half, looking for a reply. Can he make it 1-1? He's been tackled by Wizzy, but he's still got it. Song plays the ball through to Hulk, who finishes them all day long. And it's 1-1. Game on. And here is Japes once again, who's played a ball over the top, which beats Wizzy's defence. He's going to try and score it. He's put it over the top. Oh, that's cheeky. Neymar with the header. Open goal. 2-1 to Japes. That was a very late goal indeed from Japes. 87 minutes on the clock. However, Wizzy's got the whole next fixture to try and get back. But if he can get a late goal and make it 2-2, that will give him every chance going into the second leg. And he's got the ball here with Torre. Out to Cuadrado. What's he going to do? Garin to Doumbia. Back into Cuadrado. Can he whip it in? He has done. Yaya Toure with the header, I think that was. And it is 2-2 in the 90th minute. And that's a great equaliser from Wizzy. No one would have seen this coming. It's not over yet. 90 minutes on the clock. But Wizzy is not giving up without a fight. It's Guarin into Kone, who hits it for his second off the post. What a finish. And wow, we have got an upset for the books here. 3-2 to Wizzy in the first leg. Whatever you do, don't count Japes out just yet. But Wizzy's going to be going into the second leg with a lead. No one thought that would be happening. And there's the final whistle. It's all over. Let's see what's happening in the next game. Okay, and the second leg started straight away with a triple substitution from Japes. He's not messing about. He's brought on Cerner, Hulk and Neymar, taking off Diego Dos Santos and Dani Alves. What does that mean, Japes? What does it mean? Japes will not be happy if he does not go through. Everyone's tipped him to be the favourite to win this competition. To go out in the first round would be a massive upset. Here is Japes on the ball. He's looking for it. Wizzy's got it in defence. He needs to play it out. Don't mess about when Japes is there, Wizzy. Hulk's gone through and he finishes them. Yes, he does. And Wizzy will be kicking himself that he's given the ball away like that so cheaply. You've got to hold on to possession when you're playing against their Japes. It's really important. And this match has just become 3-3. 82 minutes left on the clock. Who's going to go through? Here is Japes again running down the left with Neymar. Into Hulk, who's been an absolute danger for him throughout. He's sitting with Hulk. Keeper saves it, but it's not over yet. Neymar picks it up on the edge of the box, whips it into Modric on the header, who's going to have a second bite of the cherry, and that cherry tastes pretty damn tasty because Modric has just headed it in and made it 4-3 to Japes, and he's not messing about in this second leg. It would have hurt his pride to lose that first one, but he is bouncing back like a rubber band. And he's got another chance here. Ball into Villa, and it's 3-0, and this game could be over. 16 minutes on the clock. And 3 goals for Japes has made it 5-3 on aggregate. All the good work Wizzy did in the first leg looks to be undone. And Japes plays the ball over to Neymar. Keeper's off his line. He's hit it. And he's going to get a rebound from Hulk. And that's a horrible goal to concede. I've conceded them myself. They make you feel sick. But Japes will take it. And it's 6-3. And I think Wizzy, whilst he's put up a great effort, is going to be heading out of this competition. 90th minute now. It's almost impossible for Wizzy to come back. But Japes has still got time to add insult to injury. And he's gone through with Neymar. And he has done just that. 5-0. What a victory. Japes reminding us just how good at this game he is. 7-3 on aggregate. Unlucky Wizzy. You put up a good fight. But Japes has reasserted his dominance. And he's going to be going through to play the winner of myself versus R9 Rye. There's the final whistle. Japes absolutely smashed it this game. He's got a great squad. He did get a very good draw. But he still had to deliver. And he did deliver, like bloody Postman Pat. Okay, now it's time for my game versus Danny R9 Ryan. It started off very well for me. Corner came in. My Australian centre-back, Matt Smith, not Doctor Who, headed home, made it 1-0 to me. And I must admit, I felt pretty confident at this stage. I did have a slightly better draw than Danny. Danny's team was only 66 chemistry. But what I didn't account for was R9 Rye's Aguero effect. He had Aguero up front with Dzeko behind him for that Argentina-Bosnia connection. And a little 1-2 between Dzeko and Aguero started things off for him. He put it home. Aguero's not going to miss them. 1-1 just before half-time. Second half now then, Danny has the ball out on the right wing. Don't let him get across him, because if he does, you know he's going to have Aguero in there. And he does get the cross in. And of course, Aguero heads it home. Disappointed with my defenders there. I felt they should have won the header. But that's 2 goals for Aguero, 2 goals for Danny. I'm 2-1 down. It's not looking good. And here is Danny again. Dzeko down the line to Aguero. And I've got to just take my hat off to Danny here. He absolutely skins me up. Look at this. Goes round 2 of my defenders. Great finish. Well done, Danny. That is a great goal. Can't take anything away from you there, mate. So right now, I'm 3-1 down. Now, I've still got a whole other game to go. But really, I need to be getting at least 1 goal back this game to give myself a fighting chance, and that's exactly what I go and do. The ball fell to Van Persie after he lost it. He gave it away. Robin picked it up. You don't give Robin any time on his left foot because he hits them like that, and that is how you score a goal with Van Persie. He's not actually the best of strikers, I don't feel, but if you get the ball on his left foot like that, he's unbeatable. And that's what happened, and I made it 3-2. So it's all to play for in the second leg. If I can keep Aguero quiet, I've got a chance. A hat-trick for Aguero in the first game, though. I've got to shut him up. And for 37 minutes of the second game, I did just that. And then he played his Bosnian through, Pjanic, who put the ball in the top corner, and that made it 4-2 to Danny. And at this stage, it wasn't looking good for me. And Danny gets a free kick here, and I can't afford anything to go wrong. The ball comes in, it falls to Aguero on his head. Disappointing for me to give up another Aguero header. And I really need a goal. I need a goal quick. And I get a chance here. Vidal plays through to Vargas, his Chilean buddy, who cuts inside, drops it off to Van Persie, who finishes very nicely on his right foot, surprisingly. Makes it 2-1 in the game, 5-3 on aggregate, but it could be too little too late for me and my team because I've just given up far too many goals. Defensively, I was poor. I probably should have put in the likes of Robin and some really high-class Spanish and Dutch attacking players instead of trying to get a good defence because my goalkeeper and centre-backs didn't do that well. You can see that here. Ramos has been beaten completely by Aguero. Aguero goes through, and we know what his finishing's like. He scored another goal, his 5th goal in 2 games. And quite frankly, Aguero mugged me off. I lost 6-3. Danny was the worthy winner. I take my hat off to him. He knocked me out of my own tournament. #awkward. At least now I can concentrate on presenting the rest of the tournament to you in the best style possible. And I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to win. So Danny has gone through. He's going to be taking on Air Japes in the semi-final. The other semi-final will be Dirty Mike versus Biscuit Face. The winners of those 2 semis will be playing each other in a 2-leg final to see who's crowned the FIFA Ultimate Team World Cup Tournament Champion. So there you have it. That's how it all went down. I got knocked out of my own bloody tournament, lads. Bothered. I actually am bothered. I'm quite upset by the whole thing, but at least now I can concentrate on providing top quality content for you guys, like a mother who's looking after a little baby in a pram. Like, that's you, you're here. So in the meantime, if you wouldn't mind just liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, that would be splendid. I'll see you next time in the semi-final stages. Alright, mate. Bye, mate.